And quick reminder, once we hit 10K subs, we're gonna be giving away a Rolex submariner. All right, guys, first vlog of the new year. But yeah, we pretty much took off from Christmas to New Year's. It was absolutely great spending time with family and friends. But now I'm ready to get back to the office. I think everyone is. We're currently really low on inventory. Right over Christmas season, it was absolutely insane. One of the better months out of the year. So we're gonna try and pick that up here in 2026 and even do a little bit better than our numbers last year. Hopefully another 50% to 100% growth. Let's see. So we're really out of inventory. So I think what we're gonna be spending a lot of time and effort in is finding new inventory in Journe, but also RM. We literally are down to 2 RMs. We have this unique RM35 Americas, limited to 50 pieces. I absolutely love this watch in carbon. Then we have another watch here in carbon. We have the RM11, which is crazy value. This actually just sold. We've gotten a lot of inquiries about it. Kind of works like that. Sometimes when we have in stock, it takes a bit. Literally sold 3 of them right at the end of the year and into the new year. Very hot watch. I think people are seeing the value in them. It's really lightweight. It has that like ceramic look, but it's actually more comfortable in ceramic being carbon. This one, the condition is like new. But at the moment, we're really low on RMs. So if you have any RMs for sale, make sure to hit us up. Patek, Journe. I mean, that's really what we're buying the most of these days. At the end of the year, we got this. This is really cool. Brand new. This is a 15550 BA with the fume dial frosted. Frosted watches have absolutely exploded, especially the rainbows. They've gone up like 100K. You know, when they first came out, they were going, you know, especially at the top of the market in 2022, they were going for crazy numbers. And then they died down quite a bit. Not many people were as interested in frosted, but it's really picked back up. Frosted trend is back. Very similarly priced to the 26mm quartz mini watches, which are going right around 100 grand, which for me being an automatic watch, and 37mm, which I would say for majority of the time for ladies has been the more demanded size, more desirable size, I think is an absolute steal, especially for how high the minis are going. If you still haven't gotten your wife Christmas present or you're getting your January bonus, that's the watch to go for. Hit us up on that. For Journe, we've sold a lot. I mean, a lot of this in this case, we just got this in a 2024 slider, like new Loon platinum salmon. Really hard to get right now. They're not giving many allocations for that. It's either rose salmon or plaque gray that you're able to get, where we have one platinum gray dial centograph, and then this also sold salmon platinum resonance, and the black label parking meter is sold. A lot of our stock sold. We're looking to re-up, so please hit us up on Journe as well. Where we're seeing the market on Journe, like what's kind of demanded, what's going up, what's not. You know, the older stuff, brass movement, stuff limited to like under 20 pieces, 50 pieces, all that. I'm using specialty materials, titanium, rose centograph, calendier, all that stuff. All the special stuff, ruthenium dials is kind of continuing to go up and go up a lot. Black labels are going up. A train that's not running into anything, not being stopped. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, a lot of people were just allocated a lot of pieces, but still there's just not that many that they produce each year. So the demand's going crazier and crazier. There's more and more dealers getting into it. We're obviously going to pay stronger on the stuff we really believe in. So that's kind of where we're at. We're also seeing a lot of demand in 38mm just because, you know, they were discontinued in 2015. So a lot of people will just really like that size. We have this really cool brass Loon complete set, really nice dial. And that's a key thing with these. I mean, yeah, papers mean a lot, but the dial is key because you can have a lot of these. And then we just sold this 38mm non-brass. And this is a transitional RDM. So it has the older dial of one of the brass ones, and how you can tell is from this hump here on the dial. Instead of having like a point, it's an actual hump. So as far as resale, it's obviously easier to resell than one that's not a transitional because it has like the more coarser dial, but it's not like going for that much more. We gave it to a client at a good price, a repeat client, bought a lot of stuff from us, great guy. He's actually the one that informed me of this. I hadn't even known. On some of the transitional stuff, it has that hump within like the seal right around the dial or white gold. This is another crazy piece we just got. So this is a 228396 TEM Emerald, absolutely insane, whether it's from Rolex, whether it's from Patek, the numbers just keep going up. The Ruby 228396 TRU rose gold was right around like 200 for a while, and now people are asking close to 400. These, there was only roughly 10 made. It's really cool to see like an emerald bezeled piece like this here in the office. You know, it's Eagles colors, fly Eagles fly. Big game this weekend, playoffs, so excited for that. These are on fire. It's cool how it has like the green and date wheel, really hard to come by. As I said, this is roughly limited to 10, so once this is gone, and it happens with these kind of watches, once we sell them throughout the course of the next few months, we get a lot of inquiries because they only made this 1 year, very limited. So once it's gone, it's gone. But man, look at that, the emeralds. I've been seeing so much ruby and sapphire, but not emerald. Like, it's insane. Really cool watch, and platinum. Okay, so that's a lot of the new stuff in. We have a lot of new stuff that's coming in, and we're trying to source as much as possible. Really low in stock at the moment. So if you have anything for sale, hit us up, because right now we're buying aggressively and we're paying strong. We had an amazing 2025, really blessed. The team really put our heads together and we did an absolutely amazing job. I'm proud of our entire team. We had a lot of growth. Gonna be doing the numbers shortly. Tried to take a lot of break over vacation, but I think it's like 60 to 100% growth throughout from 24 to 25, which is absolutely insane. So we're gonna try and continue on that path for 2026. What we're doing is we just hired like a new CFO/COO that's gonna have, you know, a back-end system in place for tracking customer data, customer details, so we can stay in touch with our customers more. Also having more thorough processes, you know, daily tasks, how we set up, making sure we're insured when we do this, when we do that. So just being a lot more thorough so everything is 100% spot on, so we don't have any holes anywhere for risk or possible damages or losses. So we're gonna have a new system in place, so we're excited for that. The whole team is going to have to kind of evolve and adjust to the new system, which will take some time. It'll take a little bit more work, but the data and everything that we're going to pull from it, I think is going to be absolutely incredible. With that being said, I'm going to be focused myself more on sales and sourcing than I have been. I've always been sales and sourcing. So I'll spend more time, you know, with my customers, following up various clients and leads. I think down the road, we may have another person in sales based on our growth. So we'll see, and just making sure that the customer service on everything is spot on. We're also gonna see a lot of growth in social media. Our YouTube and our Instagram have been growing, and we found various things that have helped it grow. So we're gonna be doing more of that. We're gonna see a lot more rare pieces. If you're looking for something special, always feel free to reach out to us, because a lot of the rare stuff we do, you know, source for clients and sell immediately. That'll be posted on our Instagram. We're gonna do cool vlogs with like XX, still be continuing talking about each watch, you know, various movements, have various segments on, you know, watches, what's going on in the business. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great year for 2026. We're really excited. I think that we developed a lot of really good things through 2025, and that formula is going to continue, which we've seen a lot of growth in. We're just going to kind of tidy some things up in operations, and then also in customer service, and making sure that everything is spot on. So we have happy customers, repeat customers, already January 5th. So we need to get on it and hit our numbers for this month. And also, it'd be great for you guys to tell us what you would like to see from G&G in our content this year. Yeah, whether it's a new segment, we're always happy to reach out, listen to some of your suggestions, follow it up with a YouTube episode. Not only that, but at 10,000 subscribers, which is sneaking up, we're going to be giving away a Submariner. So stay tuned, feel free to reach out, comment below what you'd like to see this year.
Yo, Tyler, what are you looking forward to the most in 2026 with G&G?
Really just growth. Last year, we've analyzed a lot of interaction through trial and error, and by Q3, Q4, we developed like a really good formula that built a lot of momentum. And so this year, we're just gonna ride on that momentum, build on it, perfect the formula, add to it. This year, we're going viral, baby. Let's go.
We already are like pretty goals driven, whether it's start of the new year or whether it's the middle of July. I mean, our objectives don't really change in my opinion. I mean, yeah, there's like monetary and there's like certain goals that we want to hit as a company, but I just feel like when we just roll through the punches and we already have like a really solid group together, I have a lot of trust in our team and Garrett and just like the whole operation, what we've been doing over the past 3 years, be able to grow the company by pretty much 4x at this point. It's kind of hard to really pinpoint an exact goal. Like I said, revenue goals, obviously want to meet more clients throughout the year. We want to try to network more, try to grow our social media. There's a lot of concrete goals like that. I think one of the goals we're kind of already hitting right now is kind of just have like a better just presence as a brand. So we're doing stuff like remodeling the office, expanded international business to where we have an office set up in Hong Kong. I think that was a big step in the right direction for growing our brand and making it more international. Obviously we have the stuff in Europe. I think just continually just growing and just having more word of mouth of who G&G is, which I think that we've really been able to do over the past like 6 or so months especially. People kind of look up to us in a way. I even have people that are starting up in the business come by and just like ask for advice. It's pretty humbling for sure, but we're definitely in the right direction. I see what we're doing to pretty much double this year, in my opinion. So I had some personal goals in 2025, and one of them was being a homeowner. I'm a very plan-driven person when it comes to how I wake up in the morning, what my routine is, just what I do on like an hourly basis. I try to make sure that it's like very on par to what I do the day before. I feel like sometimes when I get really busy, being like a super ADHD person, I get off topic and I'll like start being like really on my shit for like 2 months where I don't miss my meals, I'm doing all my work, I'm getting everything done, I'm not missing any sort of follow-ups with clients, and my brain is just like very put together and there's not anything that's like moving me in other directions based off of like what might be going on outside of my life. So I think this year I'm just trying to focus on just staying very objective based and just making sure that whether something goes wrong or there's something that goes on in the office that might be, you know, affecting us as a company, to basically just one, obviously stay positive, and two, just sticking to my routine. I think that just being able to stay on a routine is what, for me, like that's been like my biggest thing for becoming more fit, feeling better every single day, more accomplished throughout the day. When I go to bed, I don't have an area where I felt like, oh, I could have done this better. But if I'm on a routine throughout the whole entire day, from when I wake up at 7:30 to when I go home at 6, it definitely is a better feeling just going to sleep. And I've definitely been pretty terrible at that at times, and I just want to make sure that I just do it 365 days of the year and I just stay on it 100%, because I feel like as you kind of just plant the seeds and you just continue to water them and just do the right thing every single day and follow a routine, that eventually you're going to have the best outcome. And that's what's leading to, I think, everyone's success here, is that we're very on top of our roles. We know what we're supposed to do, and we found certain areas that work better for us and areas that don't, and we focus on the areas that are more positive and where the grass is greener, and to stay away from certain situations, or whether it's certain watches, and just being like super just on top of the market and like knowing what we're purchasing, when we're purchasing it. Even like the geopolitical environment, because I mean, obviously there's going to be shifts in the economy and stuff like that. Just being on top of stuff like that. So when we're buying, when we're reselling, and then just being obviously the best that we can be to our clients, and making sure that they're, one, getting the best service possible, getting exactly what the watch that they wanted and how it's described. Integrity is one of the biggest things that's brought us to where we are today. Without having integrity, like, you literally cannot make it far in the watch industry whatsoever. And I think that that's what puts us ahead of a lot of companies, unfortunately, is because there's a lot of cutting corners, and then there's people that don't have the knowledge that we have. So I just think that us, just as you guys can see in our YouTube videos, we know a lot about what we're talking about. We can't just sell stuff just because it's expensive. You have to know what you're selling. You can't just be selling a Rolls Royce just because it's pretty. You have to know the ins and outs. You have to be able to sell the product and really drive the customer towards the watch, and not just, you know, throw it in front of their face and just try to get them to buy it. So I think that we're really good at that. So we're gonna continue to do that. Garrett's gonna continue to show up at the office just dripped out. He's doing a really good job so far this year.
That was my goal, is improve my fits for 2026.
Yeah, that was actually
and to fit better in my fits too.
That was something too. We had a little office meeting started 2026, and I ordered some G&G button downs. We look a little bit more presentable because obviously when we have like meetings and we have clients and when we go out to dinner, we're always dressed to the nines. But I think that when we come in, sometimes we get a little bit lazy. I mean, I'm just wearing a white t-shirt and some kicks, but end of the day, I feel better than how my outfit looks, and I think that's what matters the most.